Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Garden, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. And we are underway from North London. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Quickly to Addison here. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we got to put in Davis.
Trying to find Jordan Addison that time.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
You can look at this Browns defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
He'll try and do this himself. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready. A give up the middle, Judkins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience. all on display in that victory.
Here's Sanders. That's to Bond. Isaiah Bond. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Check Bobcat. Alert! Alert! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! Hey! Check that! Ready?
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
19 Tiger, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check smash. 7 Pirates.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. He gets this into the hands of Jenkins.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing, Sanders. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
60 Bison. To the track of 60. Ready? Buffalo 18. Go street. Go.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
But escapes the sand. And now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback.
Man pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Grant Delpit
Providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Cougar 19. Rig alert, rig alert. 79 Broncos. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready,
Sanders to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Sanders. That's to the running back, Dylan Sampson. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn two.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Sanders. Setting up a screen for Judkins.
And they'll wind up giving this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
To throw again here is Sanders. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
To throw is Sanders.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19, Franco 80.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Addison will go in motion left. 2nd down, another shot for Jones.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable. I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Check mash, check mash.
From the gun, it's Shadur. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Sanders. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
70 Ranger.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
4th down.
Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let's go.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Out quickly to Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll give it to Jenkins.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Jeudy. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hurt. Viking 18.
They'll give. Here's Jenkins.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught left side by Jeudy. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Come on.
A run, it's Jenkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Dylan Sampson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings nothing.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here's McCarthy.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's third down.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Looking to throw McCarthy.
And the throw in going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Pulled in at the 24. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Riggs!
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Cougar 19!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Sampson.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Here's Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Back to throw. Sanders. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Here we go. Hey, smash. Dragon, go street.
Sanders once more.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Third and long.
976. Third. Right.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now McCarthy.
He fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's
our trip
down.
Around the NFL starts now. And it starts with a good one in the NFC West. All right, Brandon, thanks much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. And it's CMC, Christian McCaffrey. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, just one touchdown on the board. 7-0 is the score as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Down to the 10.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal. whistle, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
70 Lions. Go.
Throwing, Sanders.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd down and 20.
Check, man. Check, man. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Sanders to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
It's a gain of 19 and brings up 3rd down.
They'll go empty backfield now on 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. 65. Wrap going.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run. This is Judkins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the
Let's go.
41-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
Sanders to throw. Gets this over the middle to Tillman.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
70 Rangers.
3rd and
Go.
1.
Got 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
1st down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now Sanders. This completes to Curley.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
A gain of 9.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Come on. Come on. Set. Go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's another Browns 1st
18
down.
Rattler. 18.
1st and
19
10
tight.
at the
19.
31-yard
Hawk
line.
70. Hawk 70.
Sanders going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Gain of 11.
The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. They've got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Go. 60 Bobcats. 6 Bronco 80.
To throw is Sanders. That's complete. Right side. It's Bond. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal. It's a tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Get it! Like 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Ready, ready?
Back to throw again. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And now out comes Minnesota.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start first and 10. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Ready.
To throw again, here is Sanders.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Vikings, nothing.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. And this one is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Aaron Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Vikings 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Brings up
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go. The Eagles. Go.
They'll run it with Jenkins.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard after the 39.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8.
That one taken in by Corley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
7 Pirates. Come on. 19 Tiger.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
They'll get this into the hands of Sampson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want. Play it with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Open man, that's Tillman.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
Now he's going to step up and run. There's a short one caught by Fannin.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
70 Timberwolves. Bronco 80.
Back to throw. Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Harold Fannin, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down, Vikings.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To the sideline and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Going for it, here's McCarthy.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Set, hurt. 19, Charger.
They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
45-yard line.
Go street. 70 Lions. Ready.
First down, right back to Jenkins.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
At the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Street. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Once again, Judkins wiggles free.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Track 60. Check. 18, 5 in.
Here's Sanders. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Timing was just a bit off, and that can happen occasionally, even with these fine professionals in the NFL.
But on those out routes, that requires precision, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Everyone has to be in sync from the time the quarterback hits his back foot and delivers the ball to the receiver turning to find it.
Ready, set.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
From the gun, it's Shador.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Jamari Thrash.
An 18-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
And we are inside at 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He gets it to Addison.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To the air again, McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They'll get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
To the air with McCarthy.
And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Minnesota.
Now McCarthy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Vikings.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And it's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.